Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida and welcome. And in today's video, we are getting into some amazing Middle Eastern fragrances. These are all perfect for fall and even better, they are all from Lattafa. I think we have 8 fragrances if I'm not mistaken and 1 ATTAR, but no matter your fragrance style, whether if you like it more gourmand, a little fruity, really spicy, unisex, feminine, it doesn't matter. Something on this list you will probably love. And the best thing about it, as always, under $50 for probably all of these. Yeah, definitely under $50. So if you're looking to smell very luxurious for not a lot of coins, then let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, you guys, before we start, as always, this is a reminder, if you have been watching the content, loving it, enjoying it, make sure that you are subscribed and be sure that you give me a big thumbs up if you find any value in the content or hype your goal up, all right? So this first one is actually going to be the ATTAR. I want to start with Maitha because I don't know, like I think I saw this bottle at one point and I didn't know that this was a release for 2025. Wasn't really on my radar, and then I actually stumbled upon a TikTok of someone talking about this one and it was immediately just add to cart. So this beauty right here really does give ATTAR. It's very long lasting. You can actually, get a little projection from it, which is not typically something that we look for as far as an oil because they will sit closer to the skin, but you can really smell this thing. It's very strong and it's going to serve as a great base for all of these fragrances that we're going to dive into. And I say that because you get a really rich, indulgent vanilla, okay, and musk. So as we know, when you're starting to layer, when you want a good base, musk and or vanilla is going to be just easy peasy. It goes with everything. So this one smells like Escapade Gourmand to me. If you're looking for something really similar in an oil form, this is just as beautiful, rich, decadent, and you're getting a lot of vanilla and caramel vibes from here. I would even say something maybe like toffee like. So it really does capture that black sugar essence, the creamy vanilla component of Escapade Gourmand, but this is in a, again, really long lasting ATTAR form. So this has top notes of anise, you have middle notes of caramel, and you have base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and musk. The perfect start to any layering combo. Pick this one up, you will not regret it, all right? This one again is Maitha. So this next one is a newer release from the house. I am really on the fence about it. Something about the way this one dries down, but I still want to put it on your radar in case you are interested in something that wears a little fruity. This is called NASMAAT, and honestly, you guys, it starts off so pitch perfect. It's really fruity. I get something pear-like, but just my nose, I'm getting something that smells much more like rich poached pears. So it is fruity first and foremost, and they have these gorgeous spices that really hit your nose in a really soft and spicy way. So it's warm, it's cozy, it's very sweet. But as it starts to dry down, I'm getting something that is almost like an ambergris and not in like a beautiful resinous brown amber way, which is what I feel like they should have done with this fragrance, but my nose is not getting that. I'm getting something that almost smells sea-like. And it's very confusing to me because this is, a very new release. So if you're thinking about time of year, the way this bottle looks, you're thinking you're going to get something quintessential fall and winter, but this ideally is one you may want to pull for spring and summer, or if it's just still warmer in a fruity mood. So yeah, something about this dry down, it just gets a little funky. What I'm gonna do is give it another wear test, but mostly on clothes, because I don't know if this is a body chemistry thing or if this is something just within the juice itself. Overall, I think it's a lovely smell. It's just a reaction for me gets a little weird as it dries down. So this one opens with notes of apricot, black currant, and pineapple. You have middle notes of magnolia, orange blossom, rose, cyclamen, and jasmine, and you have base notes of caramel, sandalwood, vanilla, and cashmere. Smelling this top again, I am getting something black currant like, but again, they're mentioning pineapple, apricot. Somewhere I saw plum. Maybe that was a misprint on another website, but for some reason, I'm getting something that smells very like rich poached pear-like. So if you have tried NASMAAT, please drop me a line below and let me know your thoughts on this one. Fruity, but still really warm and radiant. So check this one out if that sounds like something that you will vibe with. And again, I'm dying to know your thoughts. This bottle, I love it. It almost gives body spray at first, but then this top just kind of takes it into a different category. I love the sparkles. So yeah, it's on the fence for me with this one, all right? Again, NASMAAT. So next up on this list is Artisan Ethnique. I am not a fan of whatever they have going on here, okay? But you know, this Lattafa, the bottles can be very hit or miss as far as the design, but this smells like an absolute dream. This scent is very, very close in scent profile to Sugar Addict by Born to Stand Out. So I feel like if you have tried, sampled that when you didn't want to quite spend the coins, or if there was something just a little overbearing about it, I would say give this one a try. This one still wears quite rich and strong and the same scent, but it wasn't making me sick to my stomach. I sampled in person the Born to Stand Out version and it was making me just like sick to my stomach by the time I got in the car. I love the scent, but at the same time, I was like really waiting for it to wear off because it was making me nauseated. I can spray this one liberally, even though you don't need to, okay? It's very strong and I am just loving every second of it. It is so sugary sweet. It's a touch spicy. You've got this gourmand thing going on, but for some reason she's giving you like this sexy quality because of the spices, and I will say more so because of the cinnamon. So Artisan Ethnique opens with notes of rum, cinnamon, and sugar. You have middle notes of caramel, cacao, coffee, and oak moss, and you have base notes of cashmere, tonka, vanilla, and labdanum. This is, though, very sweet. You've got the caramel. It is quite mossy. I think the play between that cashmere and the moss, they really do help to balance each other out, but they will kind of remind you of each other in texture. So if you're someone who is bothered by either of those, and particularly oak moss, I think this may not be a safe blind buy for you. But if you love those notes in fragrance, you're looking for something sweet, day, night appropriate, then I think this one would be amazing. You want to smell like sugar, a touch spicy, you know, very mild spicy, then this is absolutely one you have got to check out, all right? It's one of my favorite pickups from Lattafa for the year. Even though this is not new, I think this came out last year if I'm not mistaken, but it is divine. So check this one out. Again, this one is Artisan Ethnique. Now let's talk about one that I have been raving about since it dropped, honey, okay? This one is an extension of their Abiyedh line, which we're batting 3 for 3 here. I mean, I have 3 from this range and I am loving each and every one of them. This is Scarlet, not to be confused with the Rouge. If I'm not mistaken, the Rouge is like their take on Baccarat Rouge. Make sure you get the Scarlet if you are looking for a wonderful, sexy cherry and rose fragrance. This is their interpretation of Christian Louboutin's Fetiche La Rose, which, okay, if you're new here, I have raved about that one as well since it dropped, and they have done such a beautiful job on this fragrance. This is very strong. When I first got it, it started off as strong but not beast mode. This is full on beast mode and you don't need a lot. It's like, honey, the 1-2, because it's so sweet, you don't need to go overboard with this. You can, okay, you can, but again, very sweet. It's going to fill a room and it's going to take me a while to get through. Between this one and the original one, it's going to take years, okay? They'll probably go bad, but I think they have done an amazing job on this one. If you love rose or you're looking for something really sexy, sweet, syrupy cherry for date night, then I think this will be fabulous. Perfect for fall and winter, but honestly, because you do have so much of that cherry, I would say maybe even spring, summer date nights, maybe not during the day, it may be too much in really high heat. So this one opens with notes of black cherry and pink pepper. You have middle notes of white rose, peony, tonka bean, and nutmeg, and you have base notes of sugar, vanilla, caramel, and patchouli. This breakdown of notes is very much so descriptive of what you'll get from both of the fragrances, the original one and this one. However, when you look at the notes for the original one, they're not letting on to, okay, there is a touch of patchouli. There is something gourmand and really rich and sweet and indulgent about it. The breakdown of notes for this one is much more accurately depicting what you're going to smell. And again, just a phenomenal job. You really don't even need the dupe. I think the differences are the dupe is going to wear even richer, even sweeter, even stronger. There's a denseness that both of them have, but the original one for me really drives home. Super deep, rich, indulgent, almost dark, sweet, syrupy cherry, where this one doesn't quite go over the line and give you something that is as intoxicating, even though I will still say this is a very beautiful and intoxicating cherry rose fragrance, all right? So check this one out. It's getting a lot of hype, okay? But it can be a little polarizing, just as the original one is. So if you can try to get a sample, I will say try that if you're on the fence. But if you love Fetiche La Rose, I think you will absolutely love the way this one smells and wears as well. So again, this one is Abiyedh Scarlet, the perfect fragrance for your next date night. Now let's get into their latest release from the Yara range. And Yara, like, I know the original one seems to be really love it or really hate it. I have not tried the yellow bottle or yellow orange mango color bottle. I haven't tried the white bottle. Okay, all of my Yaras are pink. I've got the candy, I've got the original one, but this, so when I say so good, so when I smell this, what I am getting from this scent is what most people probably envisioned they would get from the original Yara. So many people before I got it were saying strawberry milkshake, extra creamy, but it wears very youthful. It can kind of get on your nerves as it really, you know, macerates, matures, all of that, and it can become a very cloying scent. I don't know the direction this one will take as, you know, Yara Elixir, but so far this is the best Yara that I have smelled, and it is so beautiful. First time wearing it out the house, my daughter complimented me on it. All right, she was like, "Ooh, mom, you smell good," when she got in the car. Beautiful performance right out of the gate, and this is really giving you that creamy strawberry, like without a doubt. The first one, some people get that, other people get dry, musky, like not really creamy. This one is creamy. It is almost like tonic because that is how rich and delicious the caramel wears in this fragrance. And if you're really trying to like hit them over the head with something sweet, try these two. You are going to get so many compliments. This is one I would say you can wear this, you know, to work. It's not doing what the original one does. I want to really drive this one home. This one is like, I don't even want to compare it to the original. Like, that's how much better it is. Candy is also very youthful. This one, this Yara right here, she might be 30. She might be 30 and up. I'm just saying. It's not like it's dark and sexy and spicy in that way, but this is like, if this was in a designer bottle and like Burberry dropped it or something, like it would be, the sales would be insane. This is so beautiful, and I cannot tell you, you absolutely need to get your nose on this one because this is just, it just smells so much more expensive, still gourmand. It's very well blended. That is what I think I really need you to understand. Like, this blend is on point. It doesn't smell cheap. It smells like strawberries and caramel. And I mean, I sprayed it on. Like, I smell like I sprayed on strawberry and caramel dessert, period. And it is such a good one. And I think this one will be a huge viral hit for the house. So this one opens with notes of strawberry s'mores, black currant. You have middle notes of jasmine and orange blossom. And you have base notes of caramel, vanilla, amber, and musk. The amber is really just making everything just come together a little bit better to me. And you don't get as much of the florals. I feel like the strawberry, some more they mentioned in the top, that base, that's what you're going to get. And it's not overly musky as the first one was. This is so much more about caramel and strawberry. And like, I am loving this one. All right. So check this one out. It is, God, it's gonna be a hit. It's going to be a hit, and it's so delicious. Yara Elixir. Now let's get into one that wears quite unisex. Some would even say that it leans masculine. I don't get that. I get something that I feel like if you love the cameras, you didn't think those leaned masculine, you are absolutely going to love Teriaq Intense. This is rich, spicy, plum, and like, this is sexy black dress, high heels, going out, you know, girls night out, you out with your bae. This is what you want to put on. You are going to turn all of the heads and your date will be captivated. Or, you know, the girls are going to be like, girl, what do you have on? Like, everyone is going to be so into this intoxicating spicy aroma that is Teriaq Intense. So this one opens with notes of bergamot and saffron. You have middle notes of plum liqueur and cinnamon, and you have base notes of tonka bean, amber, and benzoin. You're getting everything the notes will suggest. Maybe not the bergamot, but you're getting something very sexy, cinnamon, saffron, and it just smells boozy. And the plum and liquor is what is doing it for me, okay? This one I always say it smells like it could be like a Camera cousin. I wouldn't say that it would be super redundant to own a Camera in this one. And I think that it is the plum liquor thing that sets them apart. It is like that, the amber, the cinnamon that ties them together. But that plum liquor, it just takes it there. And I think this is so delicious. If you love sweet, punchy, spicy, ambery, okay, you don't even think about it. Just go ahead and add it to cart because it is a 10 out of 10 Lattafa, and one I will pull for every fall and winter. Again, very beast mode. You don't need a lot, and it lasts last forever. All right, Teriaq Intense, and this is from my favorite nose, Quentin Biche. So next up is going to be a fragrance that will give you this like quintessential case of the dupe, but the dupe is doing it better. And that is Sehr. And this is very almond, it's very vanilla, and it's a touch spicy. And this is their interpretation of Vanilla Sex from Tom Ford. Vanilla Sex, very pricey. Vanilla Sex, when I wore it, honey, an hour later, I forgot I had oversprayed the thing and could not smell it on me, which is very disappointing. I'm thinking, okay, I'm spraying it. Went to my mom's for Thanksgiving. You know, when it first came out, I wore it for Thanksgiving. That was my scent. Child, I'm thinking I'm gonna get compliments. Nothing. And it starts to get like that Play-Doh-y thing, which almond can definitely do. It was almost like this marzipan almond experience, but something about this one just works. I'm so sorry. It absolutely lasts a lot longer than Vanilla Sex. You're getting that scent, but they have added something that I feel like was missing. It's a touch sweeter, and you have the addition of something that is like really warm and soft spice. And I was not getting that one from Vanilla Sex. Vanilla Sex was literally giving vanilla sex. Boring, okay? Boring and absolutely not worth the price point. Sehr has just got a touch more going on, and that little bit is making all the difference for me, and it's just so much more enjoyable. So this one opens with notes of bitter almond and cinnamon. You have middle notes of jasmine, pomerose, and akigala wood, and you have base notes of vanilla absolute, amber, and tonka bean. Gorgeous almond fragrance. I think if you love smelling like marzipan, you want something that's just a little spicier, then this is one I highly recommend you check out. Again, like, just it's better. It is better than the original. And I know some people are bothered by dragons, snakes, whatever this is supposed to be. All you gotta do is just throw this out, okay? And this is so heavy. I don't even like putting this on here because I feel like the bottle may topple, but it is a gorgeous fragrance, all right? So next up on this list is, I'm not gonna say it's better. But the dupe is definitely duping, okay? This is Eclaire. Beautiful vanilla fragrance, creamy, like tonic. And this is Bianco Latte. They have duped it amazingly well. Still my favorite of the dupes I've smelled for Bianco Latte. And I just think this wears, it just doesn't last as long and project as much, at least on me. Some people think Bianco Latte doesn't perform. I'm like, are you serious? When I say perception is everything, because that fragrance lasts all day and an hour on my skin and clothes. It lasts all day. It projects, it fills a room. It's very beast mode. This one, like, you're gonna be able to smell this on you, okay? I would say stronger than moderate, not quite giving me beast mode. And this one, for me, is not gonna give you like that 12, 16 hour wear. You will get a solid 8, 10 for sure, but the smell is captured so beautifully. So I think if you're looking for something that is more affordable, even though I would say Bianco Latte, you can get that for what, $160? So you're getting a good amount of juice that really does perform for under $200. Great price for that fragrance, in my opinion, but you really don't have to spend that money. If you want that scent, here she is right here. You may have to top it off if you want it to last, 20 hours. Most people don't need their fragrance to last longer than like 10 hours. I mean, the workday is only so long, the night out is only so long, and you can always carry a decant if it's that serious. So I highly recommend this one. Again, this one is a phenomenal one, and this is Eclaire. Last but not least on this list is MASHRABYA. Now this one is absolutely going to be unisex. I would say some may think this one leans just a hair masculine because it is really about a sweet tobacco. You even have like an apple shisha accord, and it really does smell like that. I mean, it is so beautiful. It's very sexy. We're giving, you're going to a cigar lounge, y'all are dressed really nice, and you're just enjoying a really sexy night. You're having your cognac. It is a vibe, and I think this is the perfect fall winter tobacco sweet scent that anyone can put on and smell so sophisticated and just kind of intoxicating. So this one is often compared to Smoking Hot from Kilian, and I would say it's really doing a fabulous job in replicating that scent for a fraction of the price. So this one opens with notes of pink pepper, apple shisha accord. You have middle notes of tobacco, cinnamon, and dates, and you have base notes of oud smoke, caramel, vanilla, and patchouli. I would say don't let the note of oud smoke scare you. I would say apple shisha accord, yes. Slightly smoky, yes. I don't get anything that smells like oud per se, okay? So if you're someone who really is afraid of that note, I would say if you like smoky, if you like tobacco, sweet fragrances, yes. If you are on the fence about anything of the nature, like smoky, shisha, pump the brakes, okay? Maybe try to get a sample of it, but this is a really sexy fragrance, and this is, again, it's just perfect for this time of year, right? Definitely nighttime wear for sure. But again, this one is MASHRABYA. All right, you guys, so that is it for me. Please drop me a line below. Let me know your favorite fragrances to bring out for Lattafa this time of year. We are in the thick of fall. Honey, by the time we blink, it's gonna be December, and then we're in the dead of winter. So I just feel like any of these in today's video will take you all the way through, you know, when the blooms start back and we're into spring. Very versatile scents. We got a good range here, and they're just all stunners. All stunners, all right? Like Lattafa, like, hello, what else do we expect? So be sure that you are subscribed, you guys. Drop me your favorite Lattafas, and I love you all. I will catch you guys on the next one.